Hope y'all enjoyed that. Starting off just a little differently than normal. Wanted to do a little bit of show off before anything. If y'all want, since it was really fast, I can go back. We can do it one more time if you want, so you can get a better look. Because I know some of you may not have been sitting there ready for it. You know. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You'll be able to go back and pause it, and then, of course, you'll be able to see the renders once we get done here. I'll post them online tonight, so you guys can sit and look at them, see the different variations. Because I didn't include a couple of the photos, I don't think, but yeah. Also, you see, I have a special guest this evening. Oh no, it did that thing. Oh, let me get it over here. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right, so that's as far as I can zoom out, I guess. That's my life-size Batman. It wants to focus on me, not quite on him, but yeah. So Batman's going to be our special guest this evening. Hey, yeah, this is like this. I'll keep you down here in this corner. We'll keep Batman in the loop. No, oh, it's doing it again. It caught my hand. All right, whatever. I'm done. Oh, zoomed way in on me. Jeremiah, that's a full scale, Keaton. That's not a half scale. I'm sitting down. It's behind me, so. See it. It's a full scale. Keaton wasn't a big guy, so. Apologize for my crazy camera. But yeah, no, I needed to get that video uploaded. I was trying to work on it after I got home from work. Get the that video synced up with the music. Towards the end there, I kind of just had to rush it because I was like, oh no, it's 6:58. Oh no, I got to delay that thing. I'm not ready. I got to upload. So that's why we did a time skip and went backwards a little bit. But don't worry, we're here now. We're good. So I was reading comments too whenever it was uploading, which is how I know some of the discussion already. No, Mark, we just started, as you can tell. Thank you for staying up. Nathaniel, hardly work or hard at work? Oh yeah, Tuna or Tina. It was a typo, man. I'm sorry. I apologize, Tuna. I mean Spider. Freaking. I think I just call you Spider. We'll just do Spider. Um, Starting off with a banger. Exactly. Wanted to show off. It is a great movie. We figured October is perfect time because we're gonna do a little. When I say a little bit of horror, I don't mean like extravagantly horror. There is. I do know of four that we're doing for sure. Um, Two of them are not necessarily horror, but we've chosen these two specific characters because it's the month of October and it's the closest to horror, um, which is our animated series character and our Arkham series character. For the animated series, we're going to do Scarecrow. I don't have anything to show for these two. The only one I can show off currently is the Brightburn model. Nothing from Tremors. We are going to be doing Clayface from Arkham series. Clayface is it's going to be from Arkham City. Spoiler alert for the almost 20-year-old game now. Or at least 10-year-old game. Sorry, not 20. Joker wasn't really Joker the whole time. It was Clayface disguised as Joker. So if that's not a little hint, then I don't know what is. Yeah, Johnny, two. Clayface and Scarecrow. That will be the two from Eddie. We'll be doing those two. We came up with the ideas for both of them already. So Eddie's getting to work. And once we got some stuff to show, we will tease it like we always do. And then Macon, of course, Brightburn. And then the other is going to be, I don't know if, let me see if I can find the pronunciation for it so I don't mispronounce it. Okay. I went looking through the request. Some of you may be excited about this. Some of you maybe not. But it kind of follows with something we've already started. But I went through the request, found this one. I was like, you know what? That is really cool. And if I remember correctly, he also was in. Yep, he was in it. I was looking now. Which is, it's another character we're going to do in the future. Preferably sooner than later, but we'll see. Jared Nomak from Blade 2 is the fourth character that we're going to be doing for sure. Macon's going to be doing a third, so it'll be the fifth character for the month. He thought he knew what he wanted to do, but we might be changing it. We'll see. He told me not to announce it because he doesn't know if he's going to truly go with that one or not, but he is looking for something horror-esque. So that's 4 for October. Are you guys wanting to stick to primarily City for the Arkham lineup? There's going to be stuff from all versions. Sometimes you may see a duplicate. You may see the other version of one we've already done. I'm just not sure exactly how and when we'll be switching. Because some of them's looks changed quite drastically from one to the other. But Clayface wasn't in Night or Origins, so City just happens to be the first two was from City. That and Harley's look from City was the best of the three. I think that's what we're trying to do. I think that's what Eddie's goal was to make the best version of all of them. So when we get to Scarecrow, it'll be from Arkham Knight. If we do Killer Croc, it'll be from Origins, because that makes sense, because I think that was the only one he was in as well. Black Mask would be from Origins. When we get to Joker, I'm not sure where we're going at with it yet, but the movies are cool for sure for Blade. Yeah, I heard he was a butt too, but what are you gonna do? Some of the best actors are, unfortunately. You guys all know what we're doing for this month. We got the here. I'll pull it up just in case there's people who pop in that haven't been following. Let me pull it up here first. This will be easier. Right, we'll start since we're on the topic of I'll just show this one image. We don't need to show a bunch of images because unnecessary. Nope, not camera. Wrong one. Here we go. This is one of this month's. She's a bonus model. Kind of a bonus. Wouldn't really call her a bonus. She's just for the higher tiers, the $16 and $25 tier. Each month, since we're doing 3 for the $12 tier, this will be for the higher 2. And I worked, so Eddie sent me the renders, which you guys have seen, but I took and did this poster myself. I made it to look as close as I could to how they advertised images with Arkham City. So I had a lot of editing to get the colors to kind of sync up and match. So hope you guys enjoy that. Bunch of Dick Tracy characters. Welcome, Nathaniel. Welcome to the Patreon. Welcome to the channel. Since you're new, everybody can welcome Nathaniel. Thanks. Harley does look pretty awesome. Eddie busted butt, and there's some sick details going on in there too. All right, so that is Harley. Let me pull. No, I don't know why I didn't just show these. I love showing this off. I'm going to do this one. We have good old Ra's al Ghul, whatever you want to call him. I can't really make it much bigger. Dang, I'm sorry. I can do that, and then I can zoom in. It's the best I got. But yeah, details are there. We may revisit a Ra's al Ghul in the future to do maybe a diorama like we did with Batman and Mr. Freeze. I'm thinking the sword fight between shirtless masked Batman and shirtless Ra's al Ghul. I think that'd be cool. Next. Oh, that one is also for everyone. Each tier will get that. Oh, wow. We got the unholy trinity here. We got Franklin, our boy, trying to make some paper. We got the old crusty Michael, retired, and this psychopath from Trevor Phillips Enterprises. I didn't want to include Mr. Strawberry Jam because that's gross. I hope y'all can forgive me, but I'm sure somebody's got a model of it online. You can find him print sit at his feet or something. But yeah, no, they all these are here have swap out parts, which I didn't explain that. But Ra's al Ghul has a swap out hand. So a fist instead of his hand open like it was in the image. These guys have Franklin's got a chop with him where you can add another piece of base and put chop on it. So swap out hands. They each have a masked head. They each have their unmasked head. Michael has two masks. Michael's hands swap out for gun and money. Trevor's got the swap out with the lighter and the gas can. So there's lots of varieties with this. I thought about making this part of the paint contest, but I also had to remember that it's got to be specific models for the contest, which everybody can be able to have access to. It wouldn't make sense to put the higher ones up and put it in there. So anyway, and then where's my boy? My personal favorite of the month. I will say my concept. I put together a thing to send to Macon with some descriptions on what was needed. Being a Christian, this one is my absolute favorite. And I am so excited to show it to you guys. We'll bring it up with the same. It's Mr. Samson from the Book of Judges. I had to pull this one just so you could see that head. Be able to zoom in on this sculpt to let you see it close up and in detail. But if you do not know the story of Samson, to sum it up, Samson was one of God's judges where he was born to barren parents, and under the Nazarite law, he was not allowed to cut his hair. And also God said he was not allowed to drink strong drink, so he was not supposed to be drinking alcohol, and he wasn't allowed to touch any dead thing. Those were the three rules given to him. And in return, he was given the strength of, I think it was 100 men, 10 men, something ridiculous and way stronger than any normal man. Once took on 1,000 soldiers at a time and killed them all with the jawbone of a donkey. But anyway, he had a taste for the drink, and he loved getting drunk. He touched many dead things. He used to eat honey straight from the honeycomb out of the ribs of lions that have been dead, like from carcasses. But he never cut his hair, and he liked his women too, and he ended up falling for the wrong one. She convinced him to reveal the secret behind his power, and when he revealed finally that it was his hair, she chopped it off and let him be captured by the Philistines. And they took him as a slave. They beat him. They hung him up in front of the town or the hall, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly. And over time, his hair grew back, and he prayed and he asked God for strength one last time. And that he would give his life for what he was meant to be doing anyway, and ends up pulling the temple down around him, killing him and hundreds of Philistines yet again. And that is the quick summary story of Samson. A beast among men, basically. So the statue represents him pulling down the temple by the two main pillars that held it up, which you also saw in that teaser video. Yeah. Exactly. Broke all the rules except getting a haircut. A pinup quality male figure. Talking about the Samson. How big are what, Bushmaster? The sculpts? The statues are typically, the main scale is 1/6, but with 3D printing, you can make things any size that you please. So depending on the size of your printer, if you print, that's how you can go way big. No textures, Jeremiah. With textures, it's like Superman's suit. We wanted that. We didn't want comic smooth. We wanted a highly detailed thing. Details is what helps us improve. That's why things like the animated series aren't full of details, just because they're not meant to. But the Arkham stuff is going to be pretty detailed. When I say that, meaning she has like leather straps, a leather gun holster, or I don't know if she's got the holster in the statue, but and then she's got like the shiny leather pants. So it's a different type of leather, so the texture is different. But yeah, the thing was it wasn't a none was I'm trying to think of the way to put it. None of the rules were greater or more important than the other. They were all important. They were all, you're supposed to follow all of them. But the rules were, if he breaks all three, he loses God's power that he gave him. So he did the two consistently and figured, it's 2 for 3. I didn't do all 3, Lord. That's not empty. I was going to show you guys my Batman vs. Superman now that I'm looking at the comic cover again. But it's in the garage, and I don't feel like trying to haul it in here and risk breaking it, because it's one I have to take to South Carolina with this guy. Oh, let me tell you about this guy. So, this cape looks like leather, but it's not. It's actually kind of stretchy, a little stretchy, but it looks like leather. And it's one I did myself. Instead of buying a cape like I did with the Val Kilmer, I went and got 3 yards of this stuff and followed a tutorial video I found on YouTube of a lady who makes costume capes. So, boom. That's what I did. I cut it out. He's got the little indentions on the cape and everything. Trying not to pull him down on top of me. It's pretty big. It's not too see-through either. Holding it up in front of that light, it's not too bad. Also, I used, once I had him primed in black, so his lower half here, from like right above his knee, his torso, and his mask, I sprayed with black Plasti Dip. So it actually feels kind of like rubber. It doesn't just feel like paint. And if it were to ever kind of chip or rub off some, it would look like torn rubber, which is really cool because it would just add like a battle damage look to him. So hopefully he stays intact. I don't mean to be rubbing his ribs like that or his abs like that, but yeah. I was able to print his head in one piece, and that's from here over. I was able to do that in one piece. This in one piece, upper arms, lower arms, hands, waist or the belt is one piece too here. And I was able to do from here to the knee in one piece, and then each knee, and then each boot. And with having two of those big Max printers, I was able to print him in. How long did it take me to print him? A month and a half. I would say I thought it was around a month range, but yeah, somewhere around a month. Just start looking. I know it's what I was saying. I didn't mean to be rubbing his abs like that. I mean, I love Batman and all, but not that much. He has to be blind. If you're referring to Samson, yes. Which I forgot to explain. Samson's got 3 heads as well. He has an eyes covered with a cloth. Because in the movie, the little teaser trailer thing I put out when we announced that we were going to be doing Samson, they had a cloth over his eyes instead of showing the eyes that his eye sockets from where they pulled off. They covered it. So we have that head. So we have a head where he's got a cloth. Then we have his eyes kind of closed and bleeding. And then there's the ones where they're open and it's just eye sockets. Off-screen voice. Like my Batman voice. It's not like that. It's not like that. Just one more time for good measure. When you talk about how something feels, you got to go touch it. That's all it is. Nothing crazy. Only. That's funny. Bushmaster, yes, we will be doing. We'll be doing. There's never enough Batman, so we'll probably do an Arkham City, which is your basic, and then we'll probably do the Arkham Knight version of the suit. But I don't think we'll do. I don't know. The Origin ones was pretty sweet too, so we'll see. But yes, we will be doing some Batman. I don't want to say Batman Arkham Knight sculpt, but I will say Batman from the Arkham series. Probably more than one version, if you guys are okay with it. Even if you aren't, we're probably going to do it anyway. Eddie loves making Batman. And then whenever these are versions that nobody else has done. I haven't seen any of the Arkham stuff. It's all movies. So stupid YouTube not letting me find this. Oh, stupid YouTube. Not letting you find what? The whole chat? The whole live stream thing? I don't know if you guys watch my shorts, but y'all totally should. You'll help me with those hours. Oh, for Red Hood, it's definitely going to be the Arkham Knight version. Let's see here. We talked about the September stuff. Oh yeah, with Harley, she'll have swap out. Depending on how you're looking at it, it's her right hand will have bat over her shoulder, a gun option to replace it, and then on the camera started doing things. The left hand, she'll also have gun in hand, or she'll put her hand on her hip. That way, again, provides a little bit of variety so that not each person has the exact same look. You can always change it up. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I always forget to say that because I'm not like a YouTuber. I just make videos and post them and then do this. That's technically Superman is not part of the animated series. we're about to kind of close out the Batman the Animated Series for a while, and then we've started with the Spider-Man for now, Spider-Man and Arkham. But I personally think a good animated Batman or Superman lineup would be great. I'm not huge into Superman, but that's one I did watch when I was younger, so I do believe we'll be going some of them, just not immediately, because we don't want to have too many of the same similar lineups going on. Let's see. Which is why the Spider-Man's on hold for now. We're going to pick Spider-Man back up, I believe, I think November we're going to do one, because I think we're going to skip Batman the Animated Series in November. We'll see. No promises. Man, that looks so good. Sorry. It was still pulled up. I'll close it. I'll get rid of it. It's gone. Nightfall's cool. Such a giant doll. Oh man. I'm not touching him anymore. I'm not touching him anymore, I promise. What else we got going on? I'm trying to check my notes. Yeah, I know it's not as big of a month as last month, but you guys were owed a long-term model, so we had to make sure we got those out. Which was the Batman versus Superman. What all did you miss? Oh, I'm not restarting. Sorry. I don't think y'all would mind, but here's something you missed. All right, I think it's the last time, I promise. I was so excited. See, made someone excited, even on our third time watching it. All right, no more though. How to handle the paint job on it? It's up to you, man. Clear resin for the lasers, clear resin for the head to maybe put a light in the head. It's up to you. You can do all sorts of stuff. Oh, what's the big reveal? Oh, y'all are waiting? Man, I was going over my notes. Let me go over my notes again. Huh. Oh. Oh, that's not important. Okay, so we talked about October stuff, which I forgot to write these two down. TAS, Scarecrow, and Arkham, Clayface, along with Brightburn, and then Nomak from Blade 2. I'm not playing it again, man. That was 4 plays. I'll post the video on YouTube or on Patreon. Big reveal is the only prince. Oh man, no. That's great though. Maybe we should start one. Oh no. Did it slip out? Just kidding. I don't want to get flagged. It's all jokes, guys. It's jokes. Okay, so the same handwriting. Yours looks just. Hey, mine's real eligible or real legible. Sorry, I don't know what I just said there. Hold on. It's not wanting to do it nicely. Whatever. Okay, so I don't think it's not big reveal time yet. It's not the time. We'll talk about that because it's something I'd like to be able to talk about with you guys. So we'll do that right after we do Wheel of Vengeance. Real illegible. Okay, so looks just like my notepad. All scribble. It ain't scribble. Some of it's scribble because I wrote really fast. Anyway, let's go ahead and do Wheel of Vengeance. Let's get this out of the way so that we put my winners here. Wheel of Vengeance winner. This way I keep who wins and make sure we don't lose anything. Yeah, I'm excited about Brightburn. I'm just kidding. We won't talk about it again. Let's do Wheel of Vengeance. Let me share me window here. We can all see it. All the names. We'll do some shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. For those of you who are new, who do not know, if you are in the golden tier when we do this, we do this once a month for now. When and if we get to 50 golden members, we will do this twice a month. But for now, we're just doing it once. Basically, you're in the $25 tier. Your name gets added onto this list that you see here. Which I should probably start giving you guys shout outs. Excuse me. On this. Let's do that. Let's do a little different since it's not always the same here. Our golden members this month are Yogi Bear Cub, Mr. Collector, Chris Kaltwasser, forgive me if I mispronounce any of these, Nate Moore, Robbie Ben, which is he's brand new, just joined today, I believe, Mike Cox, Reggie, Dale Richards, Jason Farron, Jeremiah Blakely, James Pike, my buddy, Kyle Skorshkoff, my buddy, Stuart Cook, Ed Lamb, Isaac Sanchez, Andrew Rose, Juan Carlos. It's another full name on Patreon, but I didn't put it all there. Eluded Studios, who we can thank for this awesome Wheel of Vengeance we have. Richard Pezel, Torsten Klaus, Brett Bolin, Brian Rowe, and Brian Davis. Let's shuffle again so the Brians aren't right next to each other. And then what we do here, once your name is on this list, if you are a $25 member for this month, so if you had at any point in September joined this tier, your name would get added onto here. And then if you didn't win, you didn't want to keep paying $25, you can always jump back down to the other tier you were at. But when you're in this tier, your name goes here. You have prizes over here, and then we spin. And every month, somebody wins something, hopefully. And I say that because there is a you lose option. And if you lose, you lose. It's a gamble. That's the whole point here. But the gamble's a minimal, or the losing is a minimal. The winning chances are way higher. So without further ado, let's do one more shuffle, and let's get to spin. with Jason.
The chosen one.
Chosen one. Jason Farron, congratulations. You are the September winner. All right, now we have to see, what did you win? Let's find out. You get to pick a Miles pose. We can discuss this, which we have one more guy who's still supposed to be choosing a pose. This is not one that you have to cash in immediately. You can wait until either we announce specific models. Some of them, if we already have a plan and they've already been started working on, we can't include that one. Unless we do like a bonus version, and then we'll try to modify it to fit however you want. So basically, whenever you pick a pose, it's meaning, like, well, let's use Harley for example. If we knew we were doing a Harley Quinn, you could set her up and you could find us an image on the internet and say, hey, I'd really love a Harley statue like this in this pose. And it's not limited to just the pose. Sometimes you can tweak it. Like if you're like, hey, she was holding these types of guns, but can we switch it to this type of gun? Or, she always had a holster down on her leg. We add that to it. We'll do little things like that for you too. But congratulations, Jason. You are the winner. Jason Farron. And then he won one model pose. I have to get back with the other winner who has the pose as well so that we can figure out what it is he's going to want. I have to check back in with him. But yeah, congratulations, Jason. Common mistake you see is when you don't make the pegs smaller than the hole, so there's room for resin, balloon, and glue. I'm not sure I'm following. Big reveal is it's AJ's fault. You need a little song to sing before the wheel. Oh, no. Normally I have a video I play, but I didn't have it preloaded in the page. That's the downside of me having a rush tonight was I had to sacrifice little things versus the bigger things like, Brightburn. Wheel of Fortune, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson we should learn. Hey, okay, I kind of like that. Not really a lesson we'd learn though, but stuff we would get. Big reveal is Vanna White for Wheel of Vengeance. Dude, that'd be awesome. But no, sadly, it's just me and Batman tonight spinning this wheel. Sandpaper on the pegs and make the room. The wheel does look awesome. Buddy over there at Eluded Studios helped. Head down, ass up. Bro, your comments are confusing me. Middle finger in the air. Harley Quinn and a Captain Morgan pose. See, that'd be cool. Okay, so Wait, hold on. Yeah, common mistake I see in digital design is not realizing what needs to happen in real life. You need room for glue. You don't need a lot of glue. I'm not sure what glue you're using, but I have plenty of room for glue. I thought you were talking about like with the Desmond Dawes model where it was hard and there was some awkward spots to try to fit the model together, which we're going to try to avoid things like that in the future because that one was a pain in the butt to put together for a lot of people. But yeah, no, so with the Harley Quinn in a Captain Morgan pose, I like that idea. And there's been something that I've already discussed with Eddie, but again, it's more Batman, and you guys might go, oh man, more Batman. But there was a comic run, and they made toys of it. Because I remember specifically having a couple of the toys when I was a kid, and it was a pirate version of Batman and like Batman characters. Yeah, putting the figures together in Mesh Maker is always cool too. The only problem with doing that though is hollowing out the model is you might get resin traps if you hollow it out and don't remember to put holes where the connecting parts are. One thing we're going to try to do though to solve that is to have a full like a full put together model so that you guys can print minis, or if you have huge printers to where you can be able to print the character. I'll discuss with the artist about before they do the multi cuts into a bunch of little pieces. We do like a 3 to 4 cut version of the model where it's like the character, and then if their head's complicated, we'll have the head separated so you can print the body, the head, main base, and then maybe one other part of the base if it's needed. But that way you guys can print them in less pieces if you'd like and be able to hollow out. We'll see. The pegs in the, I can show you on these. This is how we cut. Jeremiah, you've been here for a while. You've never been in the chat, so bro. Welcome to the YouTube chat. Like this isn't. Oh no, that one's glued. This is not. Oh no. That right there. That fits in. I didn't have to sand anything on this peg hole. That sounds weird saying. Where's my head? Oh, right there's in there. Same thing with Daredevil's head. I didn't do any sanding on the peg itself. Just I sand the actual model. Like I had to sand back here where there was supports, but I don't ever have to do that. Very rarely do we come across a piece of our model that needs a piece of key peg sanded to make it fit. Sometimes the cuts around like shoulders, like one thing I have noticed on a couple of our models, and it's not all of them, is sometimes where it's cut so perfectly that it's called a ballooning process on the inside when you're doing the cut and key. They do like a balloon inside where it balloons the same exact thing, and then they adjust it by 1 or 2 millimeters to give it the gap that it needs. The schedule is pretty busy. We occasionally do commissions, but what's really cool is if you join the $25 tier, you might be able to get a commission if you win, because that's our top prize. Is you pick a model that you want done, and it's done to the way that you want it to be done. We just don't allow a diorama, so it's got to be one character model, and it can be whatever you want. Sorry, I'm looking over here because I'm reading chat. You can pick the character, the pose, the base, the outfit, all of the above. The only issue is it's not just for you; it's for the whole Patreon. But it's you get to make that choice on what it is. This way, it's like a private piece, but it's not just yours. I try not to comment on other designers because we're not advertising them. no matter who it is. I will mention some people if I'm specifically friends with them. Like give shout outs to, like if it's somebody that you basically see me recommending on Patreon, then I'll mention them on here. But we try not to mention other artists typically, just because we want to focus on our brand. We want to grow VS3D to the best that it can be. Didn't mean to rhyme like I did, but don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, we want to just focus on promoting us. And this, what we do here every month, which I'd like to start doing twice a month, which I'm planning on it. I'm just trying to get it. It's probably gonna be after Christmas. I know I said it was gonna start, but just not enough time. And I have to find the perfect day and time to kind of not interfere with other live schedules. Like Henry does his, the Creative Collector does his on Thursdays at 7, and I don't want to impede on that. So maybe we'll do second and fourth Friday every month. Something like that. We'll do a shorter one that's no more than 45 minutes to an hour in the middle of the month. Yeah, Macon is a very good cutter, and he has taught Eddie how to cut, because Eddie was doing your basic squares and circles, but now he's learned the trick that Macon does. So now both of our artists cut the same way, which they've turned out awesome. Jardel, I'm glad you're looking forward to the GTA models. They're gonna be awesome. Test prints of these will go up soon. We're preparing to get the Gumroad store ready for the upload for what day? Monday, Tuesday? What day is the 30th? 30th is Tuesday. So yeah, we're preparing to get everything done by Tuesday for the launch of the September models. Samson was a September model. I forgot to write him down. Oh no, I did write him down. I'm retarded. See, I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh, that's a good idea, Richard. We could put the person's name on the bottom of the base, like engrave it into the thing. That way we know who did it, and then in the future they'll go, "Oh man, this guy had a cool idea. I hope he wins again. It can come up with another cool idea." Like the one we did before was it was a character that he made up, so it wasn't anybody that we all knew. It was he called him Gary the Great, Gary the Zombie. He was a zombie. Called him Gary the Groundskeeper. Sorry, but he had some drawings and sketches that he did. He had a head sculpt that he made of his character and sent us all these photos and sent us what the clothes were supposed to look like, and we got him a statue as close to his imagination as we could. So that's a great idea, putting names on the bottom. You are one of the few that actually print and build your designs. So many have never seen tested design. Oh yeah, no. So many people they'll put things out and then they'll wait for the community to do stuff and then wait for feedback to try to fix things. We try to test print them. Like we've been doing this for almost 4 years now, so we don't need to test them if we didn't want to, because we know the results of ours, but we still like to test them just because if something's missed in the supporting process and hauling process, if we miss a thing and we see pocket or we don't see pockets, at least in the print we'll know. And if things don't fit properly, we know, we try to address them. And if it's a really late mistake that's caught, like late in the late hour, then we try to bust it out as soon as possible to get the problem solved before everybody starts printing things. And if we know there's a mistake somewhere, we'll say, hey, don't print this piece of this model yet because there's a problem. We have to fix one of the two. So anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the stream. And now we're going to move on to the final topic of the evening, the big reveal. It's not, to me, things are big. So, and I didn't even do a bunch of hyping like I did back in the day when I was like, hey, we got some big news. And last year, it was around this time last year, actually, we were doing it where we were hyping up some big old things and kept putting out little teasers of the mountains and all that stuff, and turned out just to be my mini factory, which crashed and burned on us because somebody reported us for IP and or whatever, copyright, whatever. Anyway, so I'm trying to think of how to say it because I've already discussed it with Macon and Eddie, the idea. It's right now, it's just a matter of cost because I've tried to do it myself. It's not quite what I want it to be. I got some stuff down, but with the complexity that I'm aiming for with it, it's going to take a little bit long. It'd take me a year or two to do it. But instead, I'm hiring somebody to do it for me. And right now, it's just a matter of cost because it's almost I'm not going to discuss cost. But anyway, let's just say I have to come up with some money. Preferably, as a team, we're doing this as a team. But it was my idea. I'm getting initiated. I'd like to introduce you all. I really wanted to wait until I had it done and up and ready, but instead, we'll just talk about it. VS3Dprinting.com is going to be a thing in the very near future. So, what does that mean? Is this another whole migration thing? Doesn't have to be if you don't want it to be. But we're going to kind of follow in the footsteps of a couple other artists, and instead of relying solely on Patreon and outsource this, we're going to have our own website to where hopefully it cuts out a lot of the fees that we're having to pay every month to these platforms. It's going to be a complex-ish site. So it's going to take once the designer is paid to create the site, once he has all of the information, I've already fed him some of it so he kind of knows what he's making. It's going to be a tier-based platform for a membership platform, just like Patreon, where we have the tiers that you can join. They're going to be I think they're going to be the exact same. If there's going to be any changes in it, it's not going to be much of a change. And then it's also going to be our storefront. So people will be able to come and buy STLs, and hopefully we won't have to outsource to Gumroad. I'm going to try to incorporate our own library to where once you buy the model, it'll save into a library, kind of like how it is on Gumroad. So basically, I'm trying to take Patreon, Gumroad, and an online store and combine it all into one. There's going to be a chat section, like the feed on Patreon, where we can post our works in progresses or announcements, and we're going to have comment sections so that people can still chat. But basically, it's just going to be our own thing versus having to outsource. The initial cost is why it hasn't started, but we're aiming to start at the beginning of next year. That's my goal personally, is to have it by January 1st, if possible. Exactly, Jeremiah. Just like basically what we're doing with Patreon, but we're going to have our own. We're not going to eliminate Patreon until there's nobody over there. If everybody keeps coming over here, and one of the reasons behind all this is because, I don't know if y'all know, but Zez got hit with some copyright stuff. Henry's talked about it. I know there's been a couple other who've gotten some hits. Kutan got a couple. So we just wanted to talk about it with you guys, get your feedback on it. If that's something that you guys would keep following us to, instead of being like, oh wow, another change, another migration. Yeah, except this one, it's ours. It's not for people to just be browsing on and then report us, and admins come and say, hey, you got to remove this. So hopefully it'll be great. Try to read comments while talk. It's 2 a.m. in Germany. That's late, dude. Glad you stayed up to hang out with us. Macon and Eddie have combined into a super artist kaiju. They take on Kong and Godzilla in the next movie. Welcome, Stuart. Better late than never. You can always rewatch it. It'll be totally awesome. Yep, to have our own site. It'll be cool to see a Matter collab between Eddie and Macon. New year, new site. That's right. So yeah, so it looks like, I mean, I know a lot of people will be on board. They're like, oh great, but here's the thing. I think we're going to keep it simple too. I don't think we're going to allow iOS pay just because now if that's your only option, we'll incorporate it so that you can, but I think it's all going to be done through Stripe if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm coming up with concepts for the layout for how it's going to look. A lot of stuff will look familiar. That way it's easier for you to follow over. Like once you come over, you'll be like, oh, it's just like a new layout, but a lot of it looks very similar. How would it work as far as accessing the stuff you already have on your Patreon Gumroad? Well, we'll keep the Gumroad around. I mean, I don't think we'll shut it down. We'll just kind of keep it up just so that you guys can keep accessing whatever you have. But if we're able to incorporate our library, and when you move over, you can say, hey, here's my name on Patreon. We can look and see how long you were a member. And if you had access to everything, then you'll just have access to everything. It'll all carry. I wouldn't stress those little details because that's why we're not jumping on having the site made immediately. It's going to take some process. I'm going to describe to this guy before I pay him everything that's going to go into the site. I can get the general consensus. I sent him the link to, he knows what Patreon is, so he looked at Patreon, and he knows what an STL store is. So he's got the general idea of everything that's going to happen. I'm just going to fill him in on all the small details. He knows that we need a chat page for like works in progress. It's just I have to, go over small things like, hey, I want to make it to where people can comment. It's going to be simple. There's going to be like a join now at the top in big bold letters. There's going to be, and once you click that, it should take you to a page where you'll have 3 tiers to choose from, where it shows the basic information of what each tier get each month, and it'll be a simple layout. And then there'll be a tab for the store to where if you're new or you don't want to subscribe to anybody and you just want to come through and buy models, we'll have the store so you can just buy them. And then that'll also be kind of like our Gumroad where we have the store and then we can give you a code to get things for free. So it'll be simple. We're taking the basic concepts of what we already have and what we're used to and just making one of our own. So instead of it being, hey, join us at patreon.com/VS3D, it's going to be like, come and join us at VS3Dprinting.com or patreon.com/VS3D. Right. It's not going to be anything crazy. Once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, this is so cool. But there's another artist I know that's already got the site. He's had his for years. There's a couple of them. But yeah. That was the big thing, is just website. I think we all three thought it was a great idea. Looking at the cost and comparing what it costs to keep a site going versus what fees we have to pay to have our stuff on their site, where we could possibly get copyright strikes from them and threaten to shut our stuff down. So instead, just going to have our own. It's September. It's almost October. So yeah, hopefully by January, if not January, it'll be by spring. It's not really a code. It's more like guidelines. That'd be cool, but I don't think it's going to be like that. He does know that Batman is going to be the main focus. It's Vengeance Studios, VS3D. So we're going to incorporate that into the layout of things. So if you see little bats here and there, if you see a Batman image, it's going to be like our models that we've made. So it'll be it'll be very, very 3D printing, but also Batman, to correspond. You'll see our logo on things, etc. Yeah, basically, Eric, we want something done right, do it yourself. Dude, for real. That's because they just incorporated a new layout for the Patreon. And so like now it looks different to you guys. So I had to go and change my cover photo because it didn't fit. It's a quote from Pirates. Oh, true. My bad. I know we're talking about pirates, but if you want to talk about pirates, we can. We can talk about how another idea was basically taken from us and by the same crew of people. But we won't get into that. James knows. I don't even think James is here, but James knows. I thought I was supposed to go play pickleball tonight, but I don't think I'm going to be playing. Nobody's responding. But yeah, also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're up to 550 members on the YouTube channel, or 550 subscribers, which is awesome because 1,000 is our next goal. And then we'll have a 5,000 goal, and then we'll have a 10,000 goal. Good night, Mark. You just about got everything. The only thing we did not discuss was the paint competition, which is what I was going to close with. Was if anybody's got any other questions regarding that, I'm here to tell you. Other than it starts on October 2nd. So I believe that's Thursday. Yep, next Thursday is the paint competition. Is the start. $12 and $16 tier members can enter one entry. Golden tier members can enter two entries. Welcome, James. Yes, you do know. Anyway, I paint on plastic all the time, as you can see. Sorry. Whoa, it wiggled. That was my excuse to do it one more time. I'm not spreading rumors. That's smart though. Well, no, because maybe they're future ideas that we'll use. But yeah, so you'll have, so it'll be 1, 2.5, two, a little under 2 2/3 of months, 2 2/3 months, 2 months and like 3 weeks for the paint contest. Yeah, that's why I try to keep it all in the Discord and monitor who's there. But yeah, so with the for the paint contest, one of the things that we're changing is you don't have to post in the Discord because it was becoming too complicated to try to get everybody in. So instead, I created some chat logs, which I will bring them up so you guys can see them. Let me go back to here. Right there. Share that. We'll go to chats. Then the group chats here. You should see. We have a YouTube channel. Paint contest. Just the general chat. If you scroll up, it welcomes you. Right here. What they're doing here in this channel, which you can see, is people are posting that they have followed the rule of subscribing to the YouTube. And we also have our work in progress channel, which only has one picture right now, and he doesn't paint it anything. He's just been printing and sanding, which you can start doing now if you already know what model you're going to make. But here's where you'll post 2 pictures with timestamps which he doesn't have on here, but he doesn't need it yet. Spider. But then you will have our final, whenever you're done with your model, this is where you'll post your finished images. Please try to keep it no more than like 8 to 10 pictures. And then that's really it. Here's just kind of the general. You can ask questions if you need to. But that's also what this is for. If you ask a question, I can point you to here. But yeah. Did it share all that? Did you guys even see any of that? I don't think it even pulled up. It didn't. Are you kidding me? Wow, dude, I shared it. Why is it not sharing it? It's not. I don't know why it's not showing. Let me try. Just kidding. Screen share. Window. How about now? Nope. Wow, I don't know why it's not showing. It says it pops up and says that it's add share. Camera, maybe. Nope. Media screen. Oh, now. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Okay. Here's the things I was talking about. Brief reflection of my classes. No, so it's the channels. If you go to the chats, I'll refresh. Click the chats. You got your group chats and your direct. I don't know if that looks exactly the same on yours as it does on mine, but you go to the group chats, and then we got the paint channel, which is where it shows the YouTube stuff that we were talking about. And then also, if you need to know how to add a timestamp, if you go to the paint work in progress images, there's a conversation with Pete D where we went over it, and I showed him examples and kind of described it for Android and iPhone. The anticipation is killing you? You hope what lasts, Andrew? The website? I hope it does too. That's the big reveal, Johnny. You missed it. You fell asleep. It's gonna be a website, and exactly, we get paid a little bit more because we're not having to pay out. But yeah, you go here, paint contest, work in progress images. Everything I just explained, it's just visually here now. Now you can see. It's where your final images, once you're done, 8 to 10 photos will go. Where you need to have 2 works in progresses with timestamps showing us you're not cheating. So if you have the model printed, you can take a print, with it all primed up, take a picture of it, show us the timestamp that was during the contest, and that counts as 1. And then when you're halfway through painting, take another picture, boom, show it with a timestamp. We know you didn't cheat, and then you post your final images here. And then if you have any questions, you can ask them in the question chat. And here, just provide a screenshot in this thread in the YouTube channel paint contest, showing that you subscribed, because it's one of the rules. Whenever we think we have a winner, we will message you and we will say we need verification that you followed the rules by no priming, no paint. No paint touches the model. You may sand, glue, assemble, and print, all of that, but no paint, no primer, no nothing. Anywho, back to my face. Johnny, you did hit 4 months. Woohoo! We'll get you taken care of in a little bit, brother. I just saw your message. Also, let's go over that too. If you're new here, if once you hit 4 months of being a consecutive member with us in our $16 or $25 tier, and it's been 4 months, you message us as long as you've already paid for that month, and you say, "Hey, I've been here for 4 months. How do I go about getting this 4-month model pack of 40 models?" Just shoot us a message. We'll get you a link sent on over so you can get to downloading. What else we got? That's really it. I think that covers it all. Because we've gone over the models, we've gone over the current and upcoming. We showed the upcoming. Oh, welcome, Paul Feeney. I forgot to say welcome. I did see your message earlier, or your comment earlier. We did our Wheel of Vengeance. Congratulations to Jason. He gets to pick a model's pose. But yeah, I think 2 more for a year, maybe 3. What? 2 more what? I think 2 more months. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. 2 more months, 2 or 3 more months till you hit a year. Nice. Yeah, and once you hit a year, there's a handful of models that we've released over the last couple of years, which was like an exclusive Batman sitting on a rail with Vengeance Studios neon light. There's our Daredevil and Kingpin, which is kind of blurry behind me over here. It's blurry due to the focus on me and Batman tonight. And then what else we got in there? The Batman versus Superman Dio. Yeah, we've been averaging 20 or more tonight. This is pretty awesome. I think only one other time did we have that many. Oh yeah, no, Goonies is the part of the 1 year. I'm saying like the exclusive stuff, the 1 year membership models that are exclusive to that, which I guess all of the, I guess Goonies and 13 Ghosts would be now. But some people already have those who weren't here for a year. But very cool. I like seeing people's works in progress, so don't forget to post those. Oh, also with the paint contest, you need to don't forget to let them know about the only prints. Stop. Live, bear models. No paint in sight. That's right. There you go. That true Pirates of the Caribbean Dio. You guys are killing me with these comments. You're making me lose my focus. Paint contest. You also have to share on social media, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. If you cannot tag the group on Facebook, because somebody was trying to tag us earlier on something and they said they couldn't, so they tagged me personally. Do that so that I at least see it. Tag me. But whenever I say on social media, not just on your personal page, like we want it shared in a 3D group somewhere. And then if you tag us, we'll see it too if we're in the group. Or if not, we should get an invite to the group at least. But the whole goal of the paint contest is not just to give away money. It's to one, get you guys involved into something with us as a group, which is always awesome. Show off your paint skills. Spread the word of VS3D. The whole goal is to get you guys posting the works in progress, posting your finished results. There's paint pages out there where people are looking at paint jobs all day, and that's how word of us can spread like wildfire. So that's what we want to do. The goal is to spread as far as we can, and hopefully after that we'll have a lot of people in the Patreon who will follow us to our new site, vs3dprinting.com, which I already have the domain for. So that is going to be the website address is www.vs3dprinting.com. I wanted to try to keep it basically like the Facebook group with the name. Unfortunately, vs3d.com was taken already. So I thought about 3D or vs3dprint.com, but I like the printing better because it's not just me printing, it's you guys printing. It's the VS3D community printing. So I went with the longer title. It is a longer title, but once people start seeing it enough, it's not hard to remember. vs3dprinting.com. But yeah, hope you guys are excited for it. I'm super excited for it, and I cannot wait to get it going. Bear with us during that time. It's not going to be a, hey, overnight transition. Hey, everybody move over. It's, hey, our site is now up and running. Follow us over there if you'd like. We would prefer it. I'll word it in some simple form of you do not have to follow us over there, but if you could, it will be better because you won't have VATs to pay. I don't think you'll have VATs to pay. I don't want to make any promises, but just saying. Yes, your time will follow. We're not gonna go, no, you have to be with us on here for X amount of time. No. If you were with us at My Mini Factory and that's where you found us and you migrated to here, thank you. Your time stayed. I can still access. I just had to do it yesterday. I was able to access the My Mini Factory stuff, and I can still see who paid what each month. So I can go back and scroll and see what tier you were in, what you paid, and how many times you paid. I do it monthly. So it takes a minute, but I'm able to do it. Just like I can on Patreon. I can go to your name, click it, and I can see every date that you paid. We'll have the same kind of incorporation when we do this. It's going to be a very smooth and easy transition. As I get progress of the website going, I will let you guys know. That way it's not being blindsided. I haven't made the announcement on Patreon yet, and I'm going to. It may not be tonight, but hopefully in the next week I will get it. I will make the announcement of it, but I would like to I wanted to wait until the domain could be used and people could go to it. But right now, if you go to it, it just says that there's nothing there because there's not, because the website's not created and attached to the domain yet. But I do own the domain, so nobody else can come up with it in the next 364 days or 63 days, whatever. I purchased it a day or two ago. Yeah, that's easy too. You can taking a pic of your join date that just says when you joined. It doesn't, I don't think it shows when you left. But I can see, once I find your name, I can scroll through and look at May, April, March, February, January, and December, I think is when we started. So I can look at those 5-6 months. But anyway, a lot of you guys, I don't really need to. Once you've hit a year on Patreon, I can see in our messages if I've sent you the year thing. If I have, then I'll know that you've been solid too. So, but yeah. Any other questions or anything before we wrap this up? Check in Discord, see what's going on here. And Backlash was asking about the live stream. Hope he's able to show up. Not sure who this 679596 member is on Discord, but that's another thing is I'm deleting your message because I'm trying to keep the chit-chatting away from here so that it's easier. So like, yeah, he was a Colby. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. But we're trying to keep the Discord channel clean of clutter of open-ended conversations. So like I'm doing it right now. I'm deleting all of the stuff because he's got it all added into one thing. Pictures and the description of what it is that you're trying to see. Try to keep it into one. If you're going to make a suggestion, put a picture there. Also, on the new website, we should be able to have a suggestions tab where we can have basically our own Discord, but on the Patreon, and we won't need to have Gumroad and Discord and Patreon and all of the above. Hopefully it'll all be rolled into one. Where's the chair? There's no chair. I'm sitting in it. It's not a rocking chair, but I'm sitting in it. Right. Good night, Jeremiah. Thanks for joining us, bro. Yeah, I think that's it for the night. It's 8:45. We've been on for about an hour and a half. Got a couple more minutes in me if you guys have any questions. I have a wall I'm painting. We had a cool design on our living room wall, but it's kind of just gotten dirty over the years. I'm tired of looking at it, so I'm just repainting it to match the rest of our house again. Oh, yeah. That's what we're aiming for, Eric. We're aiming to have just more people to come, because I've had some people that will go, I absolutely refuse to use Patreon. And I'm like, that's cool. Like, you don't have to. And then, they either go and buy solo models or they just jack them, or, they're like, oh, I'm subbed to so many people on Patreon, I'm not doing another one. But when they hear of, oh, you got your own site, oh, you're legit. Like, you're not just another Patreon on the block of making 3D models. Like, we want to try to migrate and just have our own thing now. It'll be our 3rd year with Eddie, and it'll be, I think it's our 4th. I think Maycon and I's 4th or 5th year together doing this. If I want to say 4th, wait, we started in 22. So yeah, it'll be our 4th year together. And then it'll be the start of Eddie's 3. Come December, Eddie will have been with us now for 2 years. Yeah, we are too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. I think it's going to be great. I'm so excited for it. I would show you guys. Maybe I can pull it up. If I can pull it up and if I can show it to you, I will. I'll kind of give you an example of the site that I was working on myself. And then was just like, this is too much. Let me see if it saved. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll pull it up. I'll give you guys a little teaser. Exactly, to do it the way we want. So I was just playing with an idea. This is not necessarily what it's going to look like. I did show the designer, hey, this is what I was doing. I need something that's basically kind of like this. I just showed him where I was at to see if he could take this and fix it up, make it perfect. But he's like, for what you described, you wouldn't really want to use the website you're using to create it. So, and he told me exactly what we should be using and what all I should purchase for it. So let me show you a kind of a early, we'll call it an early VS 3D website. Right here. Let's see if it shares. All right, yeah, it is pulled up. So as you can see, this is in my edit stage, but got the big old, and then again, I didn't import all of my fonts and whatnot. This was just a rough draft, basically, of what I'm trying to make here. So, a homepage type of ordeal. Again, it's not very big because I didn't get very far into this. We're not using MS Publisher. We're using WordPress. Is what was suggested for what we've got going on. But from where we are here, homepage, able to click. Oh, let me go to preview, not in the editor mode. So here's a preview of what it would look like without all the editing stuff. You could hit become a member, and it would open to choose your vengeance. It's got our tiers, shows what each basically would get, and as you can see, the 25 tier gets bigger. Again, my photo editing on this wasn't perfect, so it kind of cuts off the top there, but you'd be able to select it. Either check out once you publish your site. Well, I haven't gotten that far, so then there's home tab, which takes you back home. So like there'd be a store tab. There will be we call it like the vengeance log or something to get to where we where it'd be like our Patreon page where you can scroll and see things. Maybe it's just on this page, but it'll take you down to it. It'll skip all this and take you to it. But we'll have like a store, membership, home, the chat log, and I don't know. We're coming up with it. So yeah. Glad you guys like it. This took me about 3 to 4 hours. So I mean, I know I could do it over time if I wanted to, but they're like, the dude said for this you don't want to use Wix. I would definitely do WordPress. It's more in depth. You can do more with it. So he'll add high quality photos. I'll have to send him all the photos I want to be seen, whether it's just big Batman off in the background or whatever. I'll send him images to conjure up to create the site. If I can pull it up, I'll show you guys a website he did, which is what got me on board to want to hire him, because I spoke to a couple artists. He was a little bit more expensive, but called the catalog the hit list. Might do like Vengeance of the Past or Past Vengeance. Something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Sorry, I was messaging the artist. Let's see. So I can go to his profile. Let me pull up. Doesn't let me go to his profile. That's his profile. I really wish I could. It's really just showing the homepage of some of his websites. Are you guys seeing this? Oh, no, you're seeing that one page. My bad. I didn't want to show you everything in detail. Oh, he's live now. Anyway, I feel like I'm just sitting here doing my own thing again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's not letting me pull up where it showed. The website example that he sent me. I don't know about the copyright thing. There's no telling. I mean, the only place I advertise is in 3D groups and Instagram, and most people that follow me are printers. So you only get. I don't think we're big enough, and we're not making the Disney or the Datney's stuff. So we try to avoid a lot of their stuff intentionally. For these reasons. But we'll not talk about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, I think we're going to definitely describe fan art everywhere too. And maybe whenever we go to upload the models, maybe they won't be called what they're called. Because, I talked about that in the past that's a way to avoid it is calling it what it is, but not exactly what it is. That way, it's kind of, it's not crossing the T or dotting the I, but you can definitely tell it's an I or a T type thing. We'll get it worked out. But yeah, so we've been here hour 45, almost hour 40, something like that. Good luck to you all in the paint contest. I think we're going to wrap it up though. Once I have word on the site, I will let you all know. I had a printer crash on me too, which I'm hoping the screen replacement will fix it. But because I did take the printer apart today finally and was able to get things out and down. Problem isn't with that is true too. And that's why we try not to copy there. That's their own fault. They charge what they charge. They dug their own grave. We could be too, for all I know, but I don't want to think about that because we create fan art and we don't sell anything physical. You guys are subscribing to us because you love us, and that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think nothing else to show for tonight. We went through what's coming, what we've done. We did the Wheel of Vengeance website, paint contest. That's really it. Yeah, you guys need to get to decide. You guys better get to deciding what model you're gonna paint for the contest. And if you're a $25 member, don't forget you can enter too if you'd like. As far as judging, I don't know exactly if it's going to be Macon, myself, and Eddie doing the judging, or if we're going to outsource and find some kind of artist to collaborate with to be the judge. Because I do know a couple expert painters, and I have not contacted them yet because I've just been toying with the idea so far. Because I wanted to discuss with Macon Eddie if they want to be the judge of the contest, then we will. But if they like the idea of bringing in somebody who knows a lot about painting to maybe be on the YouTube channel the night we announce the winner in December, then I think that would be the better route to go, because that gives us something a little bit more special for that night around the Christmas time. So, it's not a bad idea to see if Henry would judge. And no shade to Henry, but the guy that I was referring to is a way better painter than all of us combined. I've mentioned him on here before. I'm not going to mention him right now just because I don't know, and I don't want you all going and maybe bugging him. But I will discuss it with him, because I'm actually shipping him a bust of the Tommy Shelby back there. I'm about to ship him a 1/6 scale bust for him to paint up, and he'll show it off whenever he gets to it. It's free of charge. I just want to see him paint it, because he's very select in what he makes, and he doesn't print himself. His buddy prints and ships him stuff. So, but yeah. Good night, Richard. But if he's not wanting to do it, maybe I will discuss with Henry. Maybe me and Henry will be the judges, and we'll collaborate and pick the best. We'll see. If he was in the chat tonight, maybe he could have a say. But I didn't even look to see if anybody on, because this goes live on Patreon too, I think. Why is it? Does it, or not on Patreon? It does. There's no comments though. That's a live chat. Anyway, it's just too much. I have too many videos up now. I've got YouTube, myself. I think it first on me. Anyway, we gotta close that. My computer can handle a lot, but I don't think it can handle my restream video, the YouTube video that's on mute, so I can see the comments, and then I don't know why I totally forget that I have the chat here, and on this one I can highlight them. Yeah, I forgot I could do that. I should have highlighted the only Prince one. Just kidding. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I was very much looking forward to making the announcement about the website. You guys have the time I've already dedicated to attempting to create it myself in my own time. Hopefully I get my printer fixed. I hope you guys are excited about this paint contest, because while you guys are painting for contest, I'd like to be painting Samson. I have his base printed out, which I did in FDM in 6 pieces total, 1/6 scale. I got this big old guy here done, and I'm about to make a quick trip to North Carolina to it's to South Carolina to drop this off, to drop off Batman vs Superman, to drop off this Spawn that I made for my buddy Carlos that designed it. Drop this off South Carolina, and then go to North Carolina to Hickory again for Oktoberfest, and check out North Carolina in the fall. Maybe convince my wife to let us make that move. And then we'll be back And hopefully while I'm up there, I'll start seeing some beautiful paint jobs. We'll probably do another paint contest next year, which seems so far away, but it's not. And if we can get our numbers up, we'll have a better rewards this time. Jekyll, I'm not there yet. Where are you at in North Carolina? You make the second one. Andrew's in North Carolina as well. We have a whole North Carolina crew going on. Henry's over in Tennessee. We can all meet up somewhere. Grab a beverage. I don't know if you guys noticed anything. I quit vaping. There hasn't been clouds of puffing. I'm not saying it like it's a great thing. I'm just didn't know if y'all noticed. I'm from North Carolina. I was born in Charlotte, Jekyll, but I just got a part of me calling me back. And my family, my wife and kids have only ever lived in Florida. And I want them to have a taste of what some of God's other creations out there, other than the swamp that we call Florida. Pulling you up on the map. High Point. I have a High Point near here. High Point, North Carolina. Oh, you over there by Greensboro. I would be. Let's do. Hickory would be about an hour and a half away from you, bro. Seeing Brian's over there in Tennessee. See, all of us who could be in this little community, we could meet up once a month. Maybe do these live streams in person with some of you. That would be so cool. Have some of y'all guests on the show. We have copperheads here, bro. Plenty of them. We got rattlesnakes. We have copperheads. We got big old spiders. We got black widows. We got brown recluses. Florida is the Australia of the United States, in case you guys aren't aware. I'll walk out. I'll see a crow fighting a seagull with a big old crane walking through my yard, and then peacocks blurting off in the background while my wall has 15 lizards on it. So if any of you, actually, let me go ahead and throw this out there. If any of you want to make the drive to Hickory the weekend of October 10th through the 12th is when I will be there. We're going to be going to the downtown area of Hickory. They're having their Oktoberfest that weekend. So we have an Airbnb that we're going to be staying at. So basically, Saturday, we're just going to be walking around, basically drinking here and there, shopping. And that's really it. Eating. But yeah, so if any of you guys that are in that Tennessee, North Carolina range that want to make the drive to Hickory the weekend of the 10th, or I should say Saturday the 11th, that'd be cool because we'll be leaving early morning of the 12th. And we won't be there till the evening of the 10th. So, and then we'll be getting settled in and Airbnb and then going and get some dinner and walking around. And because that event is, I believe it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if any of you want to, I'm open to meet you, hang out. Dude, we got crackheads at 7-Eleven here too. We had one behind the Howies I drive at occasionally that was bathing in the dumpster while it was raining. Anyway, I'm not getting on that topic. We've covered everything. I'm going to wrap this up. If you are stuck in Kansas, James, there's no place like home. But yeah, so we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to say goodbyes. Thank you all so much for being here. We're dropping in numbers. We're down to 14 now. But it's all you cool people stuck around. Thank you so much for being here. I love doing this. It's not an everyday thing that I get to do. And then it gets the kids quiet in the back. The son's in his room playing his video games. Lets me have a night with just you people with no interruptions. It's great. It lets us all become a little bit more friendly and kind of grow a long distance relationship with one another through a chat log, which is really cool. But seeing as how some of you all live really close together, I don't see why we couldn't make things happen. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us in our 3D printing journey. Thank you for sticking with us through all the changes. Thank you for the support when we announce a change like this, going from Patreon to something else. Don't think of it as a curse like the way that we did it with My Mini Factory. We're hoping that it's not going to be like that. That's why we're not going to shut down Patreon. We're going to keep it open just in case. But if more people are moving over and it becomes where there's basically nobody left on Patreon, maybe we just pause it, and then if we need to pick it back up, it's all there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you guys so much for just sticking with us, supporting us, and just letting us do what we love to do for a living. This started out as a hobby for me. Like I said, I don't know. I've had somewhat of a conversation, with a couple of you about this. When I made a video that I don't think everybody watched, but when I got into printing, I had gotten my printer right before Christmas and ended up diving deep into it when my sister passed away. So it was kind of like what took my mind off of it and just became a hobby that I just loved, and I couldn't stop doing it. People were waiting for me at the dinner table. They still wait for me at the dinner table sometimes because I'm being in the garage painting. Like, hang on, I don't want to let this paint dry up. I'm almost done. Blah blah blah. So anyway, it's just It's just really cool to go from that to where we are now. Like, I have this cool wall behind me, and I'm so thankful for all the stuff that we've gotten to make together, stuff we've painted together. Some of these are your ideas. Some of them are our ideas. We're just happy that you guys have stuck with us for all this time. Some of you guys are day oneers. Some of you guys came over just because of a quick little night on Henry's video of being his first guest artist. So thank you. And thank you to Henry for introducing me to a few of you. Those of you who aren't joined anymore or just haven't made the leap, what are you waiting for? Come on. It's going to be fun. But yeah, can't wait to see what this website will look like in the future. Cannot wait to show you guys, and hope you guys all have a great night. And again, thank you for being here. Now I got to go do some stuff. Maybe I'll post a little bit on Patreon tonight, the video, if you guys want to look at the Brightburn model again, and I'll post up those renders. But again, thank you, and we love you all, and we hope you have a great night, and God bless you.